Hi everybody, I just finished uploading a blog on Nelson Sullivan and I thought I would really quickly share it with you. It's actually on the details leading up to and surrounding his death. If you are watching this, you probably already know that Nelson Sullivan was a videographer that documented the life of his friends and several celebrities of the time in the 1980s. He filmed about 1,900 hours of footage, first on a video cassette recorder and then eventually on an 8mm camera. That was over about a 7-year period. His dream was always to have his own cable show, but he did work a day job. He went to school for composing music, and he worked at the Joseph Paddleson Music House, which was located behind Carnegie Hall. He worked there until 3 days before his death, when he finally did quit to pursue his dreams of having his own cable show. Obviously, that didn't happen because he passed. The day before that he died, he filmed his last video. It was in the early evening of July 3rd, 1989. He decides to take his dog Blackout for the last walk that they will ever go on. He is with his old college friend, Bill Moy. He asks Bill to take the dog because he doesn't want to get pulled all over the street. He does look tired. He looks winded. He probably wasn't feeling very well. They decide to go down to the end of the pier, and on their way they stop at the Florent restaurant, which was one of Nelson's haunts. He comments on how busy it looks that day, and then they continue on to the pier. When they get there, Bill takes off with Blackout to run to the end of the pier, and Nelson says into the camera, "I don't feel like running today. It's July 3rd, and it's the last day I'm going to have." There's a pause, and then he says, not to run. So the pause seemed ominous, almost like part of him knew that he didn't have much time left. When Bill returns with Blackout, they sit on the edge of the pier and talk for a while. He talks about Christina, his friend who had passed weeks before. He talks about how much he's going to miss her. And then finally they get up and return back to Nelson's house, where a couple of his friends are waiting for him with a cookout. That would be Lady Bunny and RuPaul were both there. He comments on how great the pier looked that day, how beautiful his backyard was, and one of the last things that he says to his dog before he ends the video is, "What a beautiful day it is, Blackout. Aren't we happy?" So 3 days after quitting his job and several hours after filming his last video, in the early hours of July 4th, 1989, Nelson Sullivan died of a heart attack, effectively ending an era in New York City, at least as far as history is concerned. So that was it. Thanks for watching, you guys. Like always, if you liked it, like and subscribe, and I will post the blog link below. Thanks again, and we'll see you again.